My child, pause everything you're doing and listen closely, because this part of my heart is for you, right now. You've been carrying so much inside you lately, more than you admit, more than you show, more than anyone around you truly understands. People see your smile, but I see your exhaustion. People hear your words, but I hear the silence behind them. People think you're strong, but I see the moments you almost break. And I want to speak into that place. The place where you feel tired. The place where you feel stretched. The place where you feel like you're doing your best, but still wondering if it's enough. It is enough. Not because you're perfect, but because you're mine. My child, you've been fighting battles quietly. You've been trying to hold yourself together. You've been carrying responsibilities that feel heavier every day. You've been showing up for others even when you felt empty inside, and you've been wondering, does anyone see what I'm going through? Does anyone care how drained I feel? Does God notice the weight I'm carrying? Yes, I do. I've seen every moment you pushed through, every prayer you whispered half awake, every tear you wiped before anyone could notice. Every night you tried to comfort yourself with thoughts like, I'll be okay. I just need to keep going. But hear me. You don't have to keep holding everything alone. You don't have to pretend to be strong every hour of every day. You don't have to carry a weight that was never meant to be yours. I'm here, closer than your own breath, closer than any friend, closer than any fear. And I need you to understand something powerful. This season you're in is not a punishment. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not the result of failure. It's a transition. You are shifting into a different version of yourself, one molded by my hands, not by your circumstances. And transitions are never comfortable. They shake your emotions. They expose your wounds. They reveal your hidden fears. They pull you away from old seasons and into places you've never walked before. That's why you've been feeling this pressure. Not because you're breaking, but because you're being reshaped. And my child, there is more I need to reveal to you in the next part. And child, while you've been trying so hard to hold yourself together, I've been quietly holding you. Even in the moments where you felt far from me, I was never far from you. You've been asking yourself questions like, why am I overwhelmed so easily? Why does everything feel heavier than before? Why do small things bother me so much now? Why does my mind feel tired even when I rest? It's because I'm shifting your spirit into a deeper sensitivity. A sensitivity to my presence and a sensitivity to your purpose. When I elevate someone, I also refine their heart. And refinement always feels like pressure at first. You're not losing control. You're outgrowing the old version of yourself. The version that used to stay silent. The version that settled for less. The version that accepted disrespect. The version that ignored their own emotional needs. The version that hid their pain just to keep others comfortable. That version of you can't survive where I'm taking you. So I've been removing pieces of your life that used to distract you. People who used to drain you. Responsibilities that kept you emotionally stuck. Thought patterns that made you feel unworthy. Habits that weakened your spirit. And I know it feels like loss, but it's actually protection. I don't allow anything to fall apart unless I'm preparing to rebuild it stronger. You've been feeling alone, not because you're abandoned, but because I'm isolating you from noise so you can hear my voice clearly. You've been feeling emotionally sensitive, not because you're breaking, but because I'm softening the areas of your heart that have been hardened by pain. You've been feeling exhausted, not because you're weak, but because I'm draining out everything that wasn't meant to stay inside you. My child, this season is sacred. It may feel heavy, but it's holy. It may feel confusing, but it's intentional. It may feel painful, but it's purposeful. I'm preparing you to carry greater peace, greater wisdom, greater vision, greater spiritual power, greater emotional strength, greater clarity, greater purpose. You're stepping into a chapter where you won't just survive, you will thrive in ways you never imagined. But first, I must remove every weight that has been crushing your spirit, and that is exactly what I'm doing. Even in this very moment, as you listen to my words, now breathe, child, because what comes next will strengthen you more than you expect. And child, as you take that breath, I want you to notice something. Your spirit is slowly waking up again. You may not feel fully strong yet. You may not feel fully healed. You may not feel fully ready. But something inside you is rising. That rising is not your strength returning. It's mine. Because I know you've been tired in ways you cannot explain. Tired in your mind. Tired in your emotions. Tired in your heart. Tired in your hope. You've carried responsibilities that were too heavy. You've supported people who never poured back into you. You've been strong for others while no one knew the battles inside you. You've been smiling while your soul quietly trembled. But hear me. I have seen every tear you hid. I have felt every weight you carried. I have watched every night you laid awake, trying to be brave in a storm that felt endless. You didn't collapse, even though you felt like you could. You didn't give up, even though everything around you said, stop trying. You didn't walk away from me, even when your heart felt empty. And that matters to me. Your endurance is not unnoticed. Your pain is not wasted. Your quiet prayers have not disappeared. Your efforts have not been ignored. I am building something inside you that requires deeper strength than you've ever had before. Not the strength to fight, but the strength to trust, the strength to surrender, the strength to stay grounded in me when everything around you shakes. And I know the shaking has been intense lately. Nothing feels stable. Nothing feels certain. Nothing feels predictable. But listen, the shaking is not meant to break your foundation. It's meant to remove everything that isn't part of it. I'm removing old fears one by one. I'm breaking old limitations that used to cage your mind. I'm cutting away old wounds that kept repeating in cycles. I'm silencing voices that used to control your emotions. I'm healing memories that still hold pieces of your identity. You asked me to transform your life, and I am. But transformation rarely looks like progress at first. It looks like disruption. You asked me to elevate you, and I am. But elevation requires shedding weight, and shedding weight often feels like loss. You asked me to give you peace, and I will. But sometimes I must first remove everything that robs you of peace. So don't misinterpret this season. You are not being punished. You are being purified. You are not being rejected. You are being redirected. You are not being abandoned. You are being positioned. You are not losing your life. You are stepping into the one you were always created for. And child, you are much closer than you realize. And child, as you move forward with me, I need you to understand something sacred. Your life is shifting into a chapter where not everyone can follow you. This is why I've been gently removing certain people from your path, not to isolate you, but to protect you. There are conversations you no longer belong in. There are habits you can no longer return to. There are relationships that no longer carry the grace they once did. There are environments that can no longer hold who you are becoming. You've outgrown things quietly, even before you realized it. Your spirit recognized it first. I've been expanding you on the inside long before anything changed on the outside. That's why you've been feeling disconnected from certain people. It's not bitterness, it's alignment. It's not rejection, it's elevation. It's not loneliness, it's separation for purpose. Because there are people you love who are not equipped for the version of you I am raising up. Some would misuse your vulnerability. Some would drain your strength. Some would weaken your clarity. Some would distract your spirit. Some would influence you back into places I already delivered you from. So I removed what you would have held on to. Not because it was bad, but because it was too small for where I'm taking you. And even though it hurt, even though you didn't understand, even though you fought to keep some things alive, I need you to see the beauty in this separation. You are being prepared for a life that fits you better than the one you're grieving. The people I'm bringing into your future will not compete with your calling. They will complement it. They will not silence your voice. They will respect it. They will not drain your spirit. They will strengthen it. They will not make you question your worth. They will remind you of it. They will not walk away when things get heavy. They will stand with you in faith, but before I could bring them, I had to close doors that your heart kept trying to reopen. Not because love was missing, but because purpose was. And my child, your purpose is too great to be divided by people who aren't walking in the same direction. This season is not about who left you. It's about who I'm preparing you to meet. It's not about what fell apart. It's about what is being rebuilt. It's not about what ended. It's about what's beginning. You are entering a chapter where the relationships around you will finally match the calling within you. People who speak life. People who see your value. People who carry peace. People who walk with me. People who love you without conditions. People who don't just care about your present, but also your purpose. You've been praying for your people. And I've been shaping you so that when they arrive, you recognize them. You won't have to chase them. You won't have to impress them. You won't have to shrink yourself to keep them. You won't have to question your place in their life. They will be sent, not stumbled into. Chosen for you, not convenient for a season. An answer to your prayers, not a lesson to your patience. So take heart. You are not losing people. You are making room for the right ones. And there is more I must speak to you. And that's why I keep whispering to your heart. Don't rush. What I'm building in you is far greater than what you're asking for. Every delay you feel right now is actually me protecting you from walking into something that would have broken you. You think you're waiting on a blessing, but the truth is, the blessing is being shaped to fit you. I am aligning hearts, preparing opportunities, moving people, opening the right doors, and locking the wrong ones, all for one purpose. So when your blessing arrives, you won't lose it. You'll be ready for it. Your preparation season isn't punishment, it's protection. And soon, very soon, you'll look back and say, Jesus knew exactly what he was doing. And listen, there is something you often forget. You're not waiting alone. I'm waiting with you. Every tear, every silent prayer, every night you went to sleep frustrated because nothing changed. I was right there, comforting you even when you didn't feel it. You think you're behind, but you're exactly where I've placed you. So your blessing arrives without shaking your foundation. I'm not just preparing your future. I'm preparing you for your future. Strength is growing, character is forming, faith is stretching. You may not see progress, but heaven sees everything shifting in your favor. Trust this. What I'm bringing into your life will make sense of every moment you spent waiting. And there's one more thing you need to understand. Delay is not denial, it's protection. There were doors you wanted to walk through that looked right, but on the other side were things that would have broken you. So I closed them. Not to hurt you, but to save you from a future that wasn't meant for your heart. You prayed for speed, but I chose safety. You wanted right now, but I wanted lifelong. You asked for something good, but I'm preparing something God-sized, something that won't disappear, betray you, or collapse under pressure. Every not yet preserved something inside you. Your peace, your identity, your destiny. Trust me. When I open the right door, it will honor everything you've survived. And listen closely, my child. When the right season arrives, it won't come with confusion. It will come with clarity. You won't have to beg for signs. You won't have to force conversations. You won't have to chase anyone or anything. What is yours in me will feel peaceful, steady, and secure. I will align people who respect your heart. I will open opportunities that match your calling. I will place you in rooms where your name carries purpose, not pressure. And every blessing I release will fit you perfectly. Not too late, not too early, but right on time. So don't fear the quiet. Don't fear the pause. Don't fear the slow chapters. This is where you grow into the person who can carry what you've been praying for. I'm not delaying you. I'm preparing you. My child, understand this deeply. I'm not just preparing the blessing. I am preparing you to hold it without losing yourself. Many people receive good things before they are ready, and the blessing becomes a burden. But that will not be your story. I am strengthening your identity so no relationship, no opportunity, no success can shake who you are in me. I am healing the places you never talk about, the disappointment you buried, the rejection you pretended didn't hurt, the fear you learned to hide behind a smile. Because the next chapter of your life requires a healed version of you, not the hurting one who has been surviving for so long. You are becoming someone who will walk into blessings with confidence, not with insecurity. Someone who will love without fear, give without hesitation, and trust without constantly wondering if you're good enough. You are not being rebuilt. You are being reborn. My child, listen carefully. because what I'm doing in you right now is not surface level. It is deep. It is internal. It is spiritual. And that is why it feels so heavy at times. You keep asking me, Lord, why does healing feel so painful? But healing is not the removal of pain. It is the release of what has been silently controlling you. There are emotions you carried for years that you never let yourself feel. There are wounds you tucked away because you thought ignoring them was strength. There are memories you avoided because they still made your heart tremble. But I am touching those very places because they cannot go with you into your future. I am not reopening old wounds to hurt you. I'm opening them so they can finally drain out the fear, the shame, the doubt, the self-blame that you learned to live with like it was normal. You've been functioning, but you haven't been free. You've been surviving, but you haven't been whole. You've been moving forward, but still chained to emotions you never addressed. So I'm slowing you down, not to punish you, but to realign your heart. I'm removing the weight on your chest that made you breathe shallow. I'm clearing the fog in your mind that made simple decisions feel heavy. I'm silencing the noise around you so you can finally hear me again. And I know, you've been feeling like something is wrong with you, but nothing is wrong. Everything is shifting. You're feeling more sensitive because your spirit is awakening. You're feeling more emotional because your soul is releasing what it stored for years. You're feeling more quiet because I'm pulling you away from people who cannot go into your next season. This is why you've been losing interest in certain things, certain habits, certain environments, and even certain relationships. It's not because you're changing randomly. It's because I'm elevating you intentionally. Higher calling requires higher clarity. Higher purpose requires higher purity. Higher anointing requires higher surrender. And that is exactly what is happening inside you. You are not unstable. You are not breaking down. You are not losing yourself. You are becoming the version of you that has been hidden beneath years of survival. You're stepping into a level of spiritual maturity that fear can't manipulate anymore, that insecurity can't shrink anymore, that the enemy can't sabotage anymore. I am not just restoring you, I am refining you. And when I refine someone, I remove what diluted them and reveal who they truly are. My child, stay with me. You are closer to clarity than you realize, closer to breakthrough than you imagine, closer to peace than you think. This transformation will not end in pain, it will end in power. My child, there is something I need you to understand. And once you do, it will shift the way you see everything you're going through. The heaviness you feel right now is not a sign of defeat. It is a sign of rebirth. Before every new season, before every new anointing, before every new level of spiritual clarity, your old self goes through a shaking, not to destroy you, but to disconnect you. You are being disconnected from the version of yourself that learned to live in survival mode, the version that apologized for existing, the version that doubted your worth, the version that settled because you didn't see your own value, the version that believed lies spoken over you, the version that trusted people more than me. That version is breaking off you right now. And yes, it feels uncomfortable. It feels like losing control. It feels like standing in the middle of a storm with no clear path in sight. But hear me, you're not standing in a storm. You're standing in a construction zone. I am rebuilding your identity from the inside out, piece by piece, layer by layer, lie by lie, wound by wound. You keep asking me, Lord, why does it feel like everything around me is being removed? Because sometimes, my child, before I bless you, I have to unbuild the things that were never meant to stand in the first place. You lost relationships because they were draining your spirit. You lost opportunities because they were beneath your calling. You lost interest in old habits because they were shrinking your soul. You lost strength for certain battles because they weren't yours to fight anymore. Nothing is being taken from you. Everything is being filtered for you. I'm not stripping your life. I'm simplifying it so I can fill it with what actually belongs. And that's why the silence feels louder lately. That's why people feel distant. That's why your mind feels clearer one moment and overwhelmed the next. That's why your heart feels tender. That's why your spirit feels alert. You're in the middle of a divine adjustment. I'm tuning your ears to my frequency. I'm sharpening your spirit to my whispers. I'm preparing your heart to carry blessings that require emotional stability and spiritual strength. You asked me to elevate you, but elevation always begins with excavation. Before the rise, there is a removal. Before the building, there is a breaking. Before the clarity, there is a cleansing. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Do not fear this season. Do not overthink this transformation. Do not rush this process. Just breathe, stay close to me, and let me finish what I started inside you. Because what comes next will make every tear, every delay, every confusion, and every loss make sense. My child, you're getting closer. Closer to purpose. Closer to peace. Closer to clarity. Closer to the life I designed for you. Not the life you settled for. And there is more I need to say to you. More that will strengthen you. More that will prepare you, my child. Come closer. Because what I am about to reveal will help you breathe again. You've been feeling something shifting inside you, and you can't put it into words. Some days, you wake up with hope, and other days, you wake up with a weight that you can't explain. You wonder, why do I feel everything so deeply? Why do small things suddenly overwhelm me? Why do I feel like I'm changing, even if I don't fully understand how? It's because I'm awakening parts of you that you silenced for years. You learned to be strong by shutting your heart. You learned to survive by numbing your feelings. You learned to move forward by pretending nothing affected you. But you cannot walk into this next chapter with a guarded heart. So, I am softening you again. Not to make you weak, but to make you spiritually sensitive. I need your heart open so you can hear me clearly. I need your mind quiet so you can discern my direction. I need your spirit steady so you can carry what I'm placing on your life next. You asked me to lead you. But to lead you, I need you to be able to feel my nudges, sense my warnings, recognize my whispers, and trust my timing. That is why you feel more emotional lately. You're not falling apart. You're becoming spiritually aware. And listen carefully. You're not overreacting. You're not too sensitive. You're not unstable. You're not weak. You're healing. You are healing from years of pressure you kept buried inside. You are healing from disappointments you pretended didn't hurt. You are healing from rejections you convinced yourself didn't matter. You are healing from wounds you told yourself you got over, but never truly released. And healing is messy. Healing is slow. Healing is emotional. Healing is not linear, but healing is holy. And I am the one leading that healing. Let me reassure you, nothing you are feeling is random. Nothing you are experiencing is a mistake. Nothing happening around you is a coincidence. Everything is intentional. Everything is connected. Everything is leading you to a version of yourself that aligns with my purpose for your life. This is why certain people suddenly feel distant. I'm repositioning relationships. Why certain dreams bother you again. I'm reawakening what you buried. Why certain battles feel heavier. I'm strengthening your endurance. Why certain doors closed. I'm redirecting your steps toward the right ones. You are not stuck. You are not lost. You are not late. You are evolving. And this evolution is spiritual before it becomes visible. Right now, I'm working in the part of you that no one sees, your inner world. Because if I don't transform your inner world, you will sabotage the blessings waiting for you in the outer world. I am protecting your future by healing your heart. I am protecting your purpose by resetting your foundation. I am protecting your destiny by teaching you how to trust me more deeply. My child, you're in a sacred season. A season of becoming, a season of stretching, a season of awakening, a season of divine restructuring. And there is something even more important that I need to tell you next. My child, keep listening. Because what I'm shaping in you right now is bigger than anything you've prayed for. You've been asking me, Lord, when will things finally make sense? Why do I feel so close to something new, yet so disconnected from everything familiar? Why does this season feel like both a beginning and an ending? It's because you are standing in the doorway of transformation. You are not fully where you used to be, but you're not fully where you're going either. You're in the middle. The stretch, the tension, the holy in between. And this in-between season is uncomfortable because I am pulling you beyond what your past prepared you for. But hear me, discomfort is a sign of growth, not failure. Pressure is a sign of promotion, not punishment. Restlessness is a sign of spiritual movement, not instability. You are being elevated quietly. And when I elevate you, I first separate you. That's why certain people don't understand you anymore. That's why conversations that once felt easy now feel draining. That's why environments that used to excite you now feel too small. That's why you no longer fit into places that once felt like home. It's because you've outgrown them. Not because you're better than anyone, but because your calling is stretching beyond what those spaces can sustain. I am shifting your identity, your desires, your mindset, your priorities, your connections, and your spiritual capacity. This is why things you used to tolerate now disturb your peace. Why you crave solitude more than noise. Why you hunger for spiritual depth more than distractions, why you feel pulled toward purpose more than comfort. It isn't random. It isn't emotional instability. It isn't losing interest. It's spiritual maturing. I'm stripping away everything that kept you small. I'm removing everything that diluted your clarity. I'm detaching you from anything that weakens your focus. I'm breaking ties with anything that contaminates your calling. This pruning feels painful. I know. But you prayed for a higher purpose. And this is the process. To walk in a greater assignment, you must become a greater version of yourself. So I'm teaching you to let go without fear, to trust me without proof, to obey me without understanding, to follow me without needing control, to move with me even when the path feels hidden. You're being rebuilt from the inside out, piece by piece, layer by layer, strength by strength. And I need you to know something very important. You are not losing your life. You are finally stepping into it. Everything you feel shifting inside you. Everything that feels like a deep internal rearranging. Everything that feels like gravity pulling you towards something unseen. That is me. I am aligning you with what I designed you for. And there is something deeper I must reveal next. My child, listen to me closely, because this part of your transformation is sacred. You've been feeling a silent shift within you, a pull towards something higher, a stirring that you can't fully put into words. At times, it feels like a calling, and at other times, it feels like a burden. But it is neither. It is awakening. I am awakening the gifts inside you that life tried to bury, gifts you forgot about, gifts you believed were too late to use, gifts the enemy tried to convince you were insignificant. But I placed those gifts in you long before you walked through the pain that made you question your purpose. You see, the wounds you've carried, the battles you've fought, the disappointments you've survived, they didn't disqualify you. They shaped you. They taught you compassion. They taught you wisdom. They taught you discernment. They taught you resilience. They taught you how to hear my voice beneath the noise of the world. And now, I am ready to use everything you've been through as fuel for everything you are about to step into. This is why you feel a desire to grow, even when you're tired. Why you feel a pull toward purpose, even when you're unsure. Why you feel drawn to me, even when life pressures you from every direction. Your spirit is responding to my voice. Your heart is aligning with my will. Your steps are being guided by my hand. You are not drifting. You are being led. You are not confused. You are being redefined. You are not lost. You are being repositioned. I am leading you out of the version of yourself that was built on survival and into the version of yourself that will be built on purpose. And to do that, I am strengthening things inside you that were weak, overlooked, or undeveloped. I'm strengthening your faith because the next season will require deeper trust. I'm strengthening your patience because what I'm building in you will last. I'm strengthening your focus because distractions can't go where you're going. I'm strengthening your identity because I need you to recognize your own value. I'm strengthening your heart because you will pour into others in ways you never imagined. You've been asking me, Lord, why do I feel more sensitive lately? Why do I cry more easily? Why do little things affect me so deeply? Because I am softening you so I can expand you. Sensitivity is not weakness. It is spiritual sensitivity awakening. You are becoming more aware of what is right for your soul and what is not. More aware of my presence. More aware of your purpose. More aware of the things that drain you and the things that grow you. This awakening is necessary because you are entering a purpose that requires a tender heart and a strong spirit. And my child, there is still more I must unfold inside you, my child. Before you step into the next part of your journey, there is one more truth I need you to hear. One more truth I need to carve into your heart. You are not stepping into this new season alone. You are stepping into it with me, hand in hand, heart to heart, strength to strength. Everything that felt confusing in your past season is about to make sense. Every unanswered prayer is about to show its purpose. Every delay is about to reveal its protection. Every sacrifice is about to produce fruit you never expected. You have been walking faithfully, even when the path felt unclear. You stayed close to me, even when your heart felt tired. You trusted me, even when fear tried to take over. And I have seen all of it. Now, hear me. I am rewarding your faithfulness. I am aligning opportunities you didn't chase, opening doors you didn't knock on, bringing blessings you didn't expect, and restoring things you thought were gone forever. This is not a small turning point. This is a divine elevation. This is the chapter where you rise. This is the chapter where you transform. This is the chapter where the calling on your life starts to shine through every part of you. So walk forward with confidence. Walk forward with courage. Walk forward with hope, because I am strengthening your steps and I am lighting your path. And my child, I want you to remember this final promise. I am not preparing blessings for you. I am preparing you for the blessings. Stay close to me. Follow my voice. Let your heart rest in my hands. Your future is safe with me. Now breathe and step into the life you were created for. My beloved child, if this message reached your heart today, if you felt my presence, my comfort, or my guidance, then let your faith respond. Lift your heart by tapping like, write a sincere amen in the comments, and share this video so another soul can feel my touch through you. And if you want my voice to guide you every day, then subscribe now so you never miss the moments I speak directly to you. I am with you, always.